Hi, my name is Ryan Foss, and today I want to show you something that I'm very passionate about, my 65 13-window deluxe Volkswagen bus. This bus has been a labor of love. When I got it, it was in pretty rough shape. The entire half of the inside of each front tire was completely bald, so I knew I had some suspension work ahead of me. So after ripping it all apart, I discovered that there were two socket drive extensions, the kind that you put on the end of a socket to get to a hard to reach spot. Somebody had jammed those underneath the leaf packs for reasons still unknown, and anybody in the community still doesn't understand why those were in there, and it completely destroyed all the bushings and the beam. So I had to pretty much rebuild everything on the front suspension, which I had never done before. So I just jumped in, taught myself, got all the parts, and did it. And so the entire front end is brand new, all the brakes have been redone. The motor just needed tuning up and a little bit of work here and there, but it's been a pretty good runner. It's gotten us over to Winthrop 5 or 6 times, which is pretty cool. A new addition I just put in recently is the camper kit that you see right here. So I built the seat base. This is all birch. This is 1/8 inch birch, which I had to cut, and shellac, which is somewhat close to what the factory would have done if this were a camper. This is a transporter, but nothing's more fun than camping in these buses, so I had to put a kit in it. There's a Westphalia sleeper bed, so this bed actually folds down into a bed, or the seat folds into a bed. If you come back here, my wife upholstered all the seats. She's a wonderful sewer. So another couple things that I've done to this is to put safari windows in, because no bus is as fun without safari windows. As you can see, wow. So that's pretty cool. Driving down the road at 50 miles an hour and bugs and wind and life are coming at you, and there's just nothing quite like it. So if you come on in here, you can see the dash, which is one of my favorite parts about these vehicles, just because of the simplicity of them. Also love the colors. Volkswagen always had really, really beautiful colors. This is a deluxe bus, so you can see that there are a lot of chrome accents around, which is very deluxe. That's why they call it the deluxe. This was a people mover, and it was meant to bring people to the airport, and it was kind of the top of the line Volkswagen out there. So you can see the chrome ashtray, back when smoking was really, really cool. Still is, I guess. Got the deluxe clock, which not every bus has. Still have the radio. Doesn't work, sadly, but it's a nice little piece. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up for you, just so you can hear the motor, which is kind of fun too, because these are such little motors in there. If you want to get into the engine compartment, you have to have a church key. Volkswagen made it for whatever reason to make you feel special, because only you should be able to get into your engine. Here we go. The little motors on these cars are pretty cool. Just flat 4 cylinders. Everything's really, really accessible, so you can easily tune everything. It's easy to do all the major tune-up procedures. The only caveat with these is you have to adjust the valves every 3,000 miles. You have to do that, because otherwise the valves will get too loose or too tight, and too loose is better than too tight, but you're going to end up having some engine problems, and you can't have that, so you got to be diligent. Driving these rigs is a little bit better than working on them. You do spend most of your time working on them, but when you get to drive, it is a great, great experience. Nothing like it. Safari's open. Woo-wee! I'm passionate about these vehicles just because of the history involved, and the culture is so immense. There's so much of it, so many good people involved, such a great community, and all the resource and parts, and it's a lot of fun to restore, to work on, to be a part of. It's like driving a piece of history down the road. You can't really do any better than that. Plus, they're just cool. Everybody loves these. So now you know something I'm passionate about, and I'd like to see what you guys are passionate about. I love beer. I actually do brew beer, and I'd love to brew beer for you, so give me a call. Let's do this. All right, see you guys soon.